If you have small land, medium land, or big land, you probably have equipment. And if you have equipment, you've got maintenance. And if you have maintenance, you've got expenses. And one of the things that are the biggest expense to me, that is a consistent big expense, because sometimes I'll have some maintenance that is like that will outpace this particular expense. But consistently speaking, fuel, off-road diesel, is my biggest expense here on my farm. So I got a company that delivered my fuel to me. I have 275-ish gallons worth of capacity here. The company that I particularly use, they will not deliver less than 250 gallons. And so I've got a 100-gallon tank here in this diamond plate, and I got these two VVOR tanks here. And so this is the 110-gallon tank, and this is the 50-gallon tank. This is not a sponsored video for VVOR by any stretch of the imagination. However, I will say these things have been fantastic. I've had them for a little over 2 years now, and I love them. They work great. Some people have mentioned that there might be some leaking around the fittings or whatever. I would just say get more Teflon tape, or maybe tighten it, or the money you save by buying the VVOR ones, upgrade the fittings or something. Again, it's not a sponsored plug for VVOR. I will leave the link to them below. I'm not in their affiliate program, but I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I'll put that there. But I like them. I mean, I've had them for a couple of years. They work great for me. And then a 100-gallon tank that I got with the Feel Right pump on them. So this company charges me $295 for delivered, $295, did I say that? $2.95 per gallon delivered. And so I personally think that's a pretty decent price. Let me show you the process of when the guy shows up to get the fuel into the containers. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go put those 5-gallon cans in my tractors, fill up my tractors. Yeah. While you're filling that up. I try to get you in there as tight as possible. Yeah. I think it's just out the top. $2.95 a gallon, 251.1 gallons. There's the taxes and all that good stuff. $745.95. So 251 gallons, $745.95. And so now I've got this 250-ish, 260, 275, 275 gallons worth of diesel fuel. Now, I will say, I was talking about the VVOR earlier in the video, this SureCan is my favorite, portable. This is the 5-gallon SureCan. I'll leave the link to that too. You can see a red one sitting on top of the generator here. So I've got one for diesel and I've got one for fuel here, and then I've got one in the back of my truck that's a utility. It's a utility cam. So I made a video the other day that my bat wing wasn't going all the way up, and then I drove it down a 4-hour road trip, and I noticed that the tire was going flat. So I took the tire off. I took it up to my local tire shop, and I had him replace the tire. He tried to put a tube in it at first. That tube just wouldn't seal, it was still bubbling out the side or whatever. So he was like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not a tire guy. I've been using Sean of it All-Star Tire for, golly, since 2016. So 10 years I've been using them. So he's got a new tire put on it. So we're going to ride it there. We're going to get the tire. We're going to get it put on the bat wing because I've got so many acres to cut, man. It's crazy. Look at Pepper running across here. That's a good girl. But I got to cut all that up here, all this. And I've been waiting on that doggone tire to get fixed. I've been waiting for me to take it up there, get it fixed, and come back, go pick it up. So it's not been on him, it's been on me because I just ain't had time to do it. I actually have a life. So our largest consistent expense on the farm is off-road diesel. This tire is going to run me, I don't know, probably $100, $150. I don't know how much it's going to cost. And then sometimes you have like, let me go back here and tell you this. I'm all over the place, ain't I? That's all right though, just hang with me. If you noticed, this Bombalite, the hydraulic pump motor is missing from it. I may or may not make a video about that, but what happened was I blew a seal in it here, and then let me put that up. Oh, that's not. I thought that was a ring on. No, well, that's hilarious. Throw that away. I don't need that. So here is the pulley for the top side. Here's the bolts that are associated with the spacers and all that stuff. Here is the overload hang on it. I need to get that covered up so I don't get that surface rust on there. But what happened was I blew a seal, and I said, well, I'll just buy a seal kit and replace it. Bro, let me tell you something. I took that hammer knocker apart at the wrong joint. And I knew it as soon as I turned that fourth bolt. I was like, Hank, you screwed this one up big time, brother. And so you're talking about a big expense. So I had to pay $75. I had to call Bombalite, and they were like, hey, contact Sunfab. Sunfab is the guys that make that hydraulic pump. Get it shipped off to them in Texas, and then I'm waiting on it to come back. Yeah, I screwed that up big time. You know, you got to be able to admit when you mess up big time. I messed that up big time, man, big time. It's a bent axis motor, and I thought I could sever it. I thought I could disconnect it at the bend. That's not what to do because it's got these little connecting rods in it, and it was not good. It was not good. Yeah, it was difficult. But something that's not difficult is getting this tire for this bat wing going and getting it put on. And if you got equipment, you got maintenance. So we're gonna go put the wheel back on and go from there. Might as well grease it while I got it off, right? So let's put the dogs up and let's run and get our tire. It's 348. 348. It's probably 99 degrees. Probably feels like 105, something like that. It is a scorcher today. So with that being said, there's an ice cream shop near the tire shop. Oh, fat boy loves some ice cream, don't he? All right, let me put the dogs up. Let's go around and get this tire. Old Pepper and Gideon's my labs. They listen pretty good. They come right to the door, especially when it's hot. They never give me no problems when it's hot. Especially Gideon, he's 13. He's like, dude, I don't want to be out here anyway. But Pepper, she's still a pup, so she'll run around. I have these on my website. Off to get the tire we go. All right, we made it. But it is This is one of the busiest places to get in and out of all the time. They're super busy. So let's go pay for the tire, All Star Tire Center, and get on it from there. All right, here she is. Looks good. Oh my gosh, it's a lot heavier when they put air in them. That hammer knocker is heavy. That's how I can make that ice cream taste better, you know what I'm saying? Back to the house. I spared y'all from the video footage of me eating ice cream. But it was good. So the only issue I see with this is now it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same distance. You know what I'm saying? Like this tire and that tire is not the same. So might cut uneven or something. But let me get in here. Let me crank this up and slap that hammer knocker in there and call it good. And I just remembered I actually put grease on these bearings, I don't know, not too long ago. Man, I got a problem. That bent wing is giving me a problem now. Surely there's a way. Maybe some soap and water. All right, let me research it. Remember earlier in the video I was talking about got to have equipment to work on equipment? That gave me just enough oomph to get that in there. Just enough. That's all you need is just enough. But another coat of paint on that thing, it wouldn't have made it. Got one more lug nut to put on there. Got to find it first. Now you guys tell me how that one lug nut got lost in the mix here. I literally have been searching 45 minutes for that stupid thing. And it was in this, it rolled up in this tool path. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I measured it, what the difference between that and that, the distance is, you know? And there you have it. I am officially back in business. I hate that doesn't, I'm gonna have to fix that the next time I move. But you know me, I never will. It'll never get fixed. Not unless I sell it to somebody and they fix it. So, but your biggest expense on the farm, maintenance and fuel. So when you guys are doing, you're planning on next year's budget and all that good stuff, make sure you plan for that kind of stuff. Not that you don't already, but fuel. Whew. And I pay a lot on fuel, and I'm a small guy. Can you imagine? Matter of fact, you don't even have to imagine. If you have a big farm, and you have a lot of equipment, Let me know in the comments how much you spend on fuel every year, and it'll blow our minds. Let everybody else enjoy your pain for a little bit, can we? Anyway, all right, cool. I think I've got everything squared away. I got the tire put back on. I can start cutting grass now. I'm gonna not do it right now. It's I don't have my phone on me, but it's probably 5 o'clock, maybe 5:15, somewhere in there. So I'll wait till about 7 o'clock and I'll start on that. Not that that tractor won't handle the heat, but you know, it's just easier if I do it at 7. That gives me an hour of daylight before I have to turn the headlights on, and it only take me 45 minutes to do that field up there. So I can get it done before dark. Life is good. And there you have it. Jesus loves you. Watch this video.